Start. Welcome back. Look at what we're doing today. We're playing a Smeargle game, but the twist is this is on John Auto Chess, and so they have obviously they have a different set of rules, I guess. Maybe not rules, but they have different Pokemon, a few different ways of how the synergies play, and then for the Smeargle Scribbles, they have some different ones, like you choose your starter, and I guess I was a bit slow, but I ended up picking Shuppet, which is a pretty cool unit. Also, depending on the unit you pick, it gets more HP and you get gold, which is why I sold all those units just now, because I wanted to stay at 50 gold. And so, to start off, I'm not exactly sure what we're doing here. I am watching this from the future, in the past, of course. Future past me, and as you can see, there's other people. One of them got a Poiple, which is insane, which means they're gonna have a super early Naganadel. We had a Roaring Moon. A Kupfu is gonna be very powerful. A Purloin is gonna be probably not that great, but it will be buffed. As you can see, it was really big, like my Shuppet. And for now, I'm not sure exactly what we want to play. Obviously, we could go for Ghost or Artificial, since that's 1 HP. Yeah. Of course, we lose to Pikachu. Also, in John Auto Chess, they have different wild encounters. They're the same functionally, but they're just different units that you can play against. Also, unfortunately, I don't have my normal profile thing. So I'm the Squirtle instead of the Dracozolt, which is unfortunate, but it's fine. Is Shuppet amorphous? I don't think it is. Pretty sure it's just yeah, it's not amorphous. It's just Ghost Artificial. Some units have different synergies in this. Also, the hatch units can be found like as commons or uncommons. Also, there's some different items like the I don't remember what this is called, but the band, it gives luck, and it's a different component you can use to make other items that aren't in normal auto chess. So by itself it gives luck, but because of that, there's like, wait, let me count, 11 more items that you can get in this game than the regular server. There's Covert Cloak, which it gives range, and then everything within your range. What does it do? I didn't have time to read it. But it's a fun item. Play early dragon, I guess. Keep playing dragons if we want to. And we're not doing too bad. Despite losing to the Pikachu, we're actually on a win streak to start things off. A 2-win streak, which is nothing special, but it's working so far, I guess. And then I guess we don't want to play water. If we did play water, we could put the Froakie in and then still have some aquatic. Yeah, we could have put the Horsey and for Gumi, and then Froakie and for Rowlet. I think that would have worked. And it looks like we were close to losing that, but luckily we got the Shuppet cast, and I think that really helped us. Also, actually it was the wave that helped us, but I guess we're not winning actually. That's unfortunate. Or no, we're losing. Close. Oh, no, we won. How did that happen? I swear we had way less HP than they did. And we get a Ditto, which is nice. Being able to have the Bennett is going to be really helpful to get more bulky clones. Also, the John Auto chest has different rarities for things, and also there's more units that can Mega Evolve. I think the only units that can Mega Evolve in the regular server are Sableye, Rayquaza, and then Kyogre and Groudon, if you consider the primal forms to be Mega Evolutions, which they pretty much are. Maybe, I don't know. Functionally, they're a bit different, but either way, it doesn't really matter what the function is in this. Doesn't really matter what the function is, because in this they work differently, of course. I mean, kind of. They're just a upgrade on your unit, so either way, good to get those upgrades. Always trying to get better units. Also, one team was playing Cook, which was really cool to see because they had like a whole bunch of mushrooms on their bench. So that's probably going to give them a lot of money once they get to town. Also, we did have the artificial splash in, but I didn't see what we had for the item. But it must not have been that good since we didn't decide to play it. This is going to be a close one. We did steal the orb, but the Skiratina is really powerful. I think we just barely win that. That's cool. 5-win streak. We would be Tyranting at full health if we didn't lose to that Pikachu, which is kind of funny. It's a Magnerizer, so I think that's useful if we want to sub something in instead of the Charmander. Also Capsicid. Oh, never mind. Capsicid is insane, so that could have worked, but that's fine. As you can see, you can play against Melodic instead of the normal Gardevoir. You can also play against like, what's it called? Wishy-Washy? The school form of Wishy-Washy, which is kind of insane to try and face on turn 10. So because of that, PvE rounds can be a bit harder on John Auto Chess. And I'm not not exactly sure what unique we want, because we're kind of playing a myriad of different synergies. Obviously our starter was Shuppet. Oh, look at that! An Amorphous Gem off of a single dug hole. We were going for Dragon, but after getting that Amorphous Gem, that pink urchin is looking pretty nice. Just put it in for the Gumi, and then we have Amorphous. I think the Gumi would have been better. But this is pretty nice. If we got Amorphous 5 here, that would be really tough. Really nice. Oh, that was a bad play. I think we should have kept the cone. Should have gone for Amorphous 5. Gone for the level up, and then Amorphous 5 would have been really cool. That being said, we are still winning, at least so far. The shot bit is really nice. Also, Dreepy would give us 2 more ghost. I'm not sure what item we want here, but we definitely don't want to add the Stunky or the Mudbray if we can avoid giving that to another player. Also Aqua Egg on the Shuppet. Shuppet right now with the Covert Cloak has 2 range. But I think what my idea was is I want to keep it close to as many mons as I can, even if it's at 2 range, because the Covert Cloak, its effect influences everything within that attack range. Also looks like we're going to take our first loss, which is unfortunate, especially against a fighting team that already has, is that 2 Cubfu? That's insane. I don't think that they definitely don't both add synergies, but I wonder if they got either form of the what's it called? The Urshifu. I wonder if that would both give fighting. Relic Crown is, that could be a really good item on like Bug, or if you have a Wild Flute. Anything that gives a lot of clones would be really tough. Like a Relic Crown, Vespiquen or Vespiqueen. Yeah, some of the, I don't remember what this is called, but the luck item, the band, has some pretty crazy items that it can make. I should put the Dracoloak in for the Charmander so we can be playing Ghost 4, because having just Fire 3 isn't really helping. It's not helping at all. Still winning though, except for we dropped our win streak, but we're still in a good spot. Kind of annoyed that we're still playing the Charmander. We really ought to put the Dracoloak in for it. There we go. Now we're cooking. Now we're doing something good. I think the play now would be to level up, which I guess I'm just not doing, but oh well. Yeah, if we had 5 Amorphous, then we'd be really taking advantage of all those synergies that we have going. Oh wait, I don't have Fire active anymore because I'm dumb. And that's a very powerful Roaring Moon. Yeah, I should go for the level up here. I do get the Banette though, which is really cool. Imagine if I had Amorphous 5 with this. That would be splendid. Since I'm not playing Amorphous 5, it is better just get some more synergies on our side. So subbing in the Dratini or the Sliggoo was a good play. Could go for some defense though. Looks like we are playing a very tough back line and not as much of a good solid front line to support that back line. We're going to power level, put in Nice. I'll put in the Vibrava. And who are we gonna Rocky Helmet? I'm not sure about the Vibrava right there. I think it would have been much nicer to Rocky Helmet the Goodbye. Still though, solid win. Even with that Naganadel. Also, we dug up a cell battery, which is... I don't think I even knew that was possible. Maybe it's not possible in normal auto chess, but somehow we dug it up in John auto chess. Maybe that's only possible here, but either way, it doesn't really help us because we don't have electric synergy active. But, I mean, it doesn't hurt us, so I won't complain, I guess. Where did that substitute come from? And wide lens Teddy Ursa, I wonder if that's any good. I don't remember what the Teddy Ursa ability is. Isn't it like Fury Swipes or something? Could go for some more defense here. I guess the only thing that really helped us is the revive. Or no, we could go charcoal. We couldn't get the revive, so charcoal, shell bell. That's nice. That's nice. Sometimes I feel like a idiot for how I talk. I feel like I stutter. Not stutter, but I stumble over my words often. But word chill. Who did we lose to most recently? Was it the... It was the Roaring Moon team, right? Also, gain stacks for each summon clone. So we should be able to get the Mega Banette pretty soon. I'm not sure what the stats on a Mega Banette are, but if it gives any more added HP, that's really nice. Playing another dragon team. They're kind of scary with that Giratina. Also the Hydrapple. Hydrapple has 4 range. So naturally it has 4 range, but with the Covert Cloak it has 5, which means it's going to be really powerful with that on. And yeah, it was a close time. It was a close round the first time we played that team, or the most recent time before that round that we just lost. But definitely not as close that time. There's a quick glimpse of all the new units they added that aren't in regular auto chess. There's some silly ones like Pirates, well, like for Alligator and Cinderace. There's some different legendaries. Mega Evolutions. Easy win over, I think that was a field team. Frigibacks, that might be useful. Probably good to just put that over the Dratini. Or I guess not, because yeah, Dratini is giving us aquatic as well as flying. Also, it'd be nice to be able to get a Wormadam, because chances are we aren't going to be able to keep the Trash Cloak Burmy once we get our legendary. Speaking of legendary, I'm not sure what we want. If we got maybe Rayquaza. Looks like my disk space filled up while I was recording, so I lost a little bit, but I can just stitch these two together and let's see what we take for our legendary, because I'm not exactly sure how we want to play this. Probably something that gives us a synergy easily, and then maybe a good front line. We did take the dragon portal, so that gives us some options. Like like the Kiram, which means also our Motham evolved, so that's unfortunate. But we do get the Hone Edge, and I think that's actually just as good because Vibrava is giving us bug anyway, and so we take the Kiram. That gives us ice. So now we're at 8 active synergies with Amorphous, and then also Ghost 4 active, which is really nice because we're still buffing ourselves a lot while also nerfing the other team. Also, our dragon units are getting shield now. Still nothing to use the battery on, which is funny. But the fighting team, they still have one of their Cub Foods, but they did get the other one evolved. And so it has the safety goggles, which is unfortunate. Would have been nice to be able to... actually, I don't even know if that really affects it much, but what is getting affected is Meloette right now. He's playing like a 1v10 and got its max revive stolen, which is hilarious. Probably like a 50 HP Bennett. And then we are getting trap inches, of course, after we decided to start ignoring them. But it looks like our mission order is Evolve, which I'm not sure if we can go for because you need, I think, 4 3-star units. And right now we do have the Kiram, of course, and then Mega Bennett should be a 3-star since it's evolved twice. And then I'm not sure, is Pinkerton a 3-star? I'm not sure if all uniques are 3 stars, assuming they aren't ones that evolved. Also, we lose to the wild team, which is unfortunate. Wild is supposed to be terrible. Why are we losing to it? So we're kind of at the middle of the pack now. And maybe we could take the electric stone just so we can use the battery. But I think there's something, I'm sure there's something else that would be much more useful. Gracidia flower is fine. We are getting speed from, oh, we have a recycle ticket as well. Now that we just had the Wobbuffet carousel. So maybe we could repurpose something. Soul Dew, and then Experience Charm. Yeah, I don't think that's actually useful for... It's definitely not useful for the Bennett. And I think Aqua Egg would have been way better. Yeah, I was just... And then I checked to see if the battery is useful for anything that isn't electric, but it's not. And we've been abusing this water team all game long, and I think we're continuing to do so. Yep. Solid win over them. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. It'd be cool to play the Porygon. And we can play, yeah, we can play the Porygon because, there we go. That'd be a solid upgrade over the Hone Edge. Not sure what the bell does, the Soothe Bell. Also, we unfortunately haven't got any more Ghastlies to evolve into a Haunter at least. Yeah, this dragon team is super, super powerful. They have a bunch of 3 stars. Also the Hydra Apple, which is a 4-star. I don't know why I was trying the battery on the party. I don't know why that would work either. Oh, and Pinkerton is a 3-star unit. So with that, the Kiram and the Banette, once we get the Dragapult, then we should get our mission order fulfilled. And then we can start rolling for some extra units. Also, I just saw something, I think. Yeah, definitely the wide lens on the Banette. Also a DNA splicer, which gives us fire now, which is really cool. And I tried to test something to see if I could get the battery active on the white Kiram, but I couldn't, unfortunately. So I kind of wasted the battery, but it's fine because we aren't really going to use it anyway if we want having to have the buffs from a fire Kiram. Looks like we're going to have a pretty solid win over this team. I'm not sure what they were playing. I didn't pay attention. I noticed they had a Grookey and also the Naganadel. And with the Dragapult we get 30 more gold, which is great. I don't think we notice it yet because we're still holding the Gasly shop. But this is a really cool team. Having the wide lens, Soldu, Banette, Mega Banette, in fact. There's the Ditto, so we could get we can get a Haunter next turn. Oh, there's a Haunter there actually. Not on the field, unfortunately. So now I think we want to roll for Porygons. If we can. Unfortunately, this wild team is insane. We are having some luck with the Banette, but it's just not enough. They have the Mega Absol plus the Blood Moon Ursula. That thing is a beast. What do we want here? I think probably the Smoke Ball would be useful. I don't know. I guess we could put... Actually, I don't know. What do we put that on? We could put it on the Kiram, which would be cool if we put... if we had put the Firestone on the Kiram, then we could have done the electric type Kiram, and if we didn't waste the battery, we could have had a fire type black Kiram that is buffed with the battery. But too little too late, I guess. We are close to the Dragonite, but we go for the Furyon 2 instead. But I don't think it will matter because we're losing to this Dragon team, aren't we? Yeah, it's not even that close. We do take out the Giratina. We almost take out the Arceus. Maybe we do take out the Arceus. Yeah, but it's not enough. The Banette is really cool. I really love the work it's putting in for the team. But that Gyarados is tough as nails, bro. So that was my first foray for something, whatever you call it, into John Auto Chess. It was pretty fun playing the Dragonomorphous team. So hopefully I'll have more experiences with that, and I'll see you next time.